from misting this locker room just a couple days into this week going into this game?
Yeah, business as usual for us. I mean, you would have told us at 6-6 we'd be sitting 9-7 with a chance to play for the division, regardless of what happened those 4 games. We would have taken it for sure. So we were favored in a couple, I think, and underdogs in a couple. Played 3 good games and didn't play very well last week, but guys respond the right way like we always do.
Last time you guys played Baltimore, DK had a really big game for you guys. You guys attacked downfield against man coverage. What do you expect to see out of Baltimore this week? Do you expect them to kind of keep doing the same stuff they've done recently, or do you expect them to kind of go man up like usually?
We'll be ready for whatever they do.
Aaron, in that regard, what could Calvin's addition on Sunday mean for you guys?
Calvin's a fast guy. He's a good route runner. He's been consistent for us when he's been healthy, and it'd be good to have him back.
Are there things that you can take from the Browns game, that offensive plan, that'll better help you adapt to another game like that?
We'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, we'll always adapt, and we had a lot of opportunities in the Cleveland game. Just didn't execute very well.
Aaron, that you had a passer rating of under 70, you bounced back with a really strong game. I think it was three times the Seahawks, the Patriots game, the Chargers game, you bounced back against the Bengals. What is it about your game that helps you kind of bounce back and not string together 2 bad games?
See my career, I don't have a lot of stinkers back to back over the years, so that's same mindset every week, same approach. Just expect greatness, and when it doesn't happen, you don't shift up the plan. You just keep on going and trust the process.
After last time you guys played Baltimore, Coach Tomlin said he felt like you really relished those moments, those big games. What do you think it is about you that you're wired that way, that you embrace the big moment?
I embrace all the moments. I enjoy all of it. There's a lot of beauty in the mundane. The mundane is the Monday to Saturday where you can actually win games, and I embrace that part of the job. I've loved it. That's why I'm still here, still playing. Obviously, the icing on the cake is game day, but Monday to Saturday is where you win games.
Have you pushed that on these guys about the importance of the mundane? Have they appreciated it?
I mean, you got to ask them. I hope so. It's what I've been about my entire career. It's the beauty in the details and the small things that show up on game day, and conversation that might happen on a Monday or a Tuesday at my house or Wednesday in this meeting here is going to show up on game day. So we got to be locked in. When you step in the building, there's a professionalism that doesn't turn off when you're doing any type of rep. When you're sitting in the classroom, those are all important moments to get ready to play on Sunday, because, like I said, you can win games Monday to Saturday if you have the details down the right way.
Do you find yourself relishing those mundane moments more this year, knowing you only started 1-year contract here?
No, I mean, I've always relished those. That's a teaching from Tom Clements going way back to my early years, and Mike McCarthy, trying to find the little advantages Monday to Saturday, cues and patterns that you might recognize on game day. So training yourself to be able to look for those things Monday to Saturday. So Sunday, the game feels more like practice.
Aaron, how's the reality of being on this team sort of compared to maybe what you thought it was going to be like before you joined?
That's fantastic. I mean, everything about this experience has been great. It's been a special experience from the first conversations with Mike to the first day I got here in June to some of the stuff I did when I first got in town, going over to Cam's house, doing Cam's golf tournament, being a part of the community and learning about the people of Pittsburgh and our fan base. And it's been a really special year, and we're playing meaningful football in December and January now, which is what I wanted after the last couple of years.
Have you ruled out coming back?
I haven't thought about it.
Aaron, how beneficial is it having a winner go home like this at home?
Yeah, it's beneficial for sure, because we need our crowd to be as loud as possible on Sunday. It's a night game. It's the only game on TV. It's a special feeling to be able to play on that Sunday night slot for all or nothing, and a lot easier when you're playing at home.
Before you signed the deal here or came to an agreement that you'd come here, was this the type of game that you were thinking back in February, March about I can't wait to get into this type of high stakes moment with this organization?
Yeah, I mean, we've been in playoff type mindset since we're 6-6, and obviously we had an L last week, but these are meaningful games that you want to play in. It's tough on the other side. I've been a part of the locker room the last couple of years where get to December and you start talking about your off-season plans, where you're going to be, your travel plans. that's not a whole lot of fun. You want to be in here talking about the game, talking about meaningful snaps, talking about doing something special, and it starts with this week against Baltimore.
You haven't thought about whether this could be the last one for you?
No, I mean, my entire career, I've had the approach really since 2011. We lost a dear friend and a teammate on the field, broke his neck. Now he walked and is ambulatory now and living a great life. And then I saw it in 2013 as well. So the mortality of those moments and the seriousness of seeing a teammate get carted off the field in a neck brace, I think makes you realize how special this opportunity is, but how fleeting it can be. And you just got to stay in the moment, and each one could be your last. That's kind of the mindset. Obviously, I've played a lot of football. I've been fortunate for the most part health-wise over the years. But I know how delicate this thing can be, and seeing guys like that get carted off and never play again. So I've had that approach my entire career, and no different this season.
Aaron, you
Did
joked
it
about
hit you a little bit harder or at all when you stepped on the field Sunday?
No.
Aaron, you mentioned last week you sort of feel like Benjamin Button a little bit this time of year. I mean, the way your body has responded, does that give you confidence that whenever you get to whatever you get in the offseason, when it's time to make the decision that physical ability won't be a factor in it, on whether you can play or not, just a matter of will you want to?
I mean, I hope so, yeah. I mean, I hope I can get through this stretch and feel good physically, so that's not in the conversation.
Have
Do
you
you feel
played the
better
kind of
than
ball
you-
you wanted to? Have you played the kind of ball you wanted to this year?
I mean, at times, yeah, definitely. Anytime you're in a first-year offense, there's always some growing pains within the offense. It's always like you feel like if you had another year, what you could do. And I look at 2019, the way I played in 2019, and then kind of the adjustments we made in the offseason, and then the way I played in 2020, which was just in a whole kind of different level. I felt like, and I used to tease LaFleur about this all the time, I was a game manager in 2019 and a game impactor in 2020 and 2021. And I think a lot of that's just familiarity with the offense and with the guys. And we've done the best we could with our conversations and our meeting time outside the facility and our meeting time in the facility. But obviously, the more years you get in the system with the same guys, the more continuity you have, the better you feel like you can play.
Sounds like you still kind of have that drive right now, thinking about the what ifs and how much better things could be.
Listen, I mean, I'm thinking about this week, but obviously I'm 42 years old and I'm on a one-year deal. So you know what the situation is. Whenever the season ends, I'll be a free agent. So that'll give me a lot of options. If I still want to play, I'm in a lot of options, but there'll be options I would think maybe one or two if I decide I still want to play. But I've enjoyed this experience, and everybody in Pittsburgh has been fantastic to me on and off the field. And it's really what I was hoping for this experience was it's been even better than I was hoping.
Aaron, along with that, how have you seen this team respond to you?
I mean, I've tried to lead the best way I know how, and tried to inspire guys. Motivation comes from within, but true inspiration can be given to your teammates through the way you practice, the way you lead, the way you prepare, the way you show up, your energy in the locker room, on the practice field, on game day. Hopefully the guys, took some of that. I've made a point of really trying to help out Will because I love him. He's a great kid. And I think he's got a bright future. And, it's one relationship I really wanted to pour into. And I've got a great quarterback room. It's one of the best I've ever been around. Just Mason and the way he is and his jokes every day kind of get us through the day. And Will just so eager and hungry. And Sky, the silent guy in the corner. It's been a fun group with those guys, and I've appreciated every moment with them.
And what part exceeded expectation?
Well, I mean, you never know how it's going to be when you get in the locker room and how the guy's going to respond to you and how Mike T is going to be in a meeting. All those things have exceeded expectations. Mike's leadership, just kind of people we have in the locker room. It's a credit to Mr. Rooney and Andy and Omar for the kind of high character guys they brought in the locker room. And I've enjoyed the relationships and the friendships. There's a handful that'll stick with me, I feel like, into my next chapter of my life, which is pretty exciting because, I've said it before, most if not all the great things in my life are due to this game and the amazing opportunities that it's given me. So thankful for that. You always think about the what if and the alternative, timelines of your life. But if I, hadn't taken this path, I never would have met so many guys in the locker room who I now call close friend, and wouldn't have had the experiences and the memories on the field, wouldn't have been able to be in the room with Tom Arthur and Bake and be able to play for Arthur Smith and Mike Tomlin. And, I feel like there would be a little hole in my life, missing without having this chapter. So I'm thankful for this time.
Yeah, when
Two
you think
more.
When you think about making the decision whether to come back or not come back, what all goes into that before you, whether it talks to your family, seeing how your body feels?
Yeah, I understand the question. I don't really want to get too deep into it. Obviously I'll talk to my wife. And then, hopefully that's a decision down the line, but I'm not really going to talk about it right now.
One more. Did you ever settle on a favorite bridge?
There's some great bridges in this city. Great ones to get stuck on at traffic time too. But listen, I'm on the Hot Metal Street Bridge every single day, so that's always going to have a special place in my heart.